Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to PlayOnSports.com. It's the CIF Sac Joaquin Section Division I quarterfinals here on Play On Sports. Paul Sheet proud to bring you all the action tonight as the visitors, the Pleasant Grove Eagles, come into Morelli Gym to take on the St. Mary's Rams. Pleasant Grove comes into tonight with a record of 20-8. They are 7-3 in the Delta River League. The Eagles are paced by their inside-outside duo, Ivana Lee, who comes in tonight averaging 17.5 points per game, and Deja James, who comes in averaging 19 points a game per night, who's the inside presence for this team, the 6-foot post player for Pleasant Grove. The St. Mary's Rams, of course, they are the perennial standard of excellence in the Sac Joaquin section and throughout the state of California when it comes to girls basketball. The numbers, 26-2. Number 17 in the United States of America, according to MaxPreps.com. Number 6 in the state of California. The numerous time defending TCAL champions. St. Mary's has not lost a league basketball game going back all the way to the 1990s. St. Mary's has been the standard of excellence, and they continue to be so. The other night, St. Mary's defeated Bear Creek in its opening round matchup 94-28 in a total victory, and Coach Tom Gonsalves has his team prepped and ready for another run at the state title. So should be an interesting matchup tonight. St. Mary's taking on Pleasant Grove. These teams have some common opponents. St. Mary's and Pleasant Grove, the common opponents. St. Mary's played Lincoln. Pleasant Grove beat Lincoln 59-52. The Rams beat the Lincoln Trojans 96-36. Nevada Union, another common opponent for the two squads. Pleasant Grove beat Nevada Union 60-43. St. Mary's beat Nevada Union in its season opener 88-50. The St. Francis Troubadours of Sacramento, St. Mary's beat them 91-22. Pleasant Grove split with St. Francis, winning 75-41 and losing 57-37. And Deer Valley, the final opponent from the Bay Area. St. Mary's beat Deer Valley 79-52, and Deer Valley was able to defeat Pleasant Grove 84-63. Sounds like we're getting ready for the national anthem here from Morelli Gym as Randy Zaragoza is reading the preliminary CIF announcements to the crowd here in Morelli Gym and announcing all the various sponsors of the game tonight. Last night, a stunning night here in Morelli Gym as St. Mary's was defeated 63-62. And it sounds like we are readying for the national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to St. Mary's High School, where tonight we have the second round of the Division I Girls Basketball CIF Sac Joaquin Section 2013 playoffs. Tonight we have the visiting Pleasant Grove Eagles from Elk Grove, California, against your St. Mary's Rams right here from Stockton, California. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we'd like you to please rise from where we have so we have the playing of our national anthem. And tonight we have the honor of Joy Whitey singing our national anthem.
As a
further looking at the matchup tonight after our national anthem, St. Mary's got here by virtue of their victory in the opening round over local Bear Creek, 92-24. Meanwhile, Pleasant Grove defeated McClatchy 61-58 in a much tighter game tonight. And so let's look at the starting lineups first for tonight. First for the visiting Pleasant Grove Eagles, who are coached by James McKeever. At the point guard, a 5'6" freshman, number 42, Brittany Nguyen. At the off guard, a 5'9" sophomore, number 23, Kim Schmeltz. At the small forward spot, a 5'11" senior, number 21, Ivana Lee. At the power forward spot, a 6' senior, number 31, Deja James. And in the middle for the Pleasant Grove Eagles, a 6'1" junior, number 22, Alaya Pena. Pleasant Grove comes into tonight with a record of 20-8, 7-3 in the Delta River League. And now the lineup for the home team, the St. Mary's Lady Rams, who are coached by Tom Gonsalves. In quest of the 8th title in school history, Tom after his 7th personal title. At the point guard, a 5'6" sophomore, number 14, Bree Moore. At the off guard spot, a 5'10" freshman, number 12, Kat Tudor. At the small forward spot, a 5'5" senior, number 24, Maria Lauren Ramos. At the power forward spot, a 5'9" senior, number 32, Unique Coleman. And in the middle for the Rams, a 5'8" junior, number 44, Sharice Holloway. St. Mary's comes into tonight with a record of 26-2, a number 17 ranking in the United States of America, according to Max Preps, and number 6 in the state of California. And we'll be bringing you the tip shortly tonight here on PlayOnSports.com. St. Mary's High School would like to thank the following sponsors of St. Mary's Rams who helped make these games possible on PlayOnSports.com. Chase Chevrolet, the Bank of Stockton, Barbarian Motors, New York Life, Cordo Olive Oil, McDonald's, the Pacheco and Samara Law Group. So we're getting ready for the opening tap. Pleasant Grove in red, white, and blue. Blue jerseys, white numerals, red trim. Rams in their home green uniforms. Green trim, green numerals. Rams without one of their mainstays in the section playoffs, hoping to be back for NorCal's. And that is, of course, Anome Gemma Rigby, who has already inked a scholarship offer to play for UC Santa Barbara. And getting ready for the opening tap. Rams love to come out in that traditional full court press.
Ladies and gentlemen, Pleasant Grove will be in blue, and your St. Mary's Rams will be in white.
And jumping center for the Rams tonight, Rams with all their pregame rituals. It will be Unique Coleman going up against Alaya Pena, and the tap controlled by the Rams. Moore setting the attack. Over to Coleman. Rams come out in a 2-3 offense. Pass it off to Lauren Ramos. Ramos kicks it out to Coleman. Coleman penetrates, drives to the hoop, misses the layup. Battle for the rebound, controlled by Pena for Pleasant Grove. Rams come out in their press and get away with a foul there. Holloway with the bump, but no call. Down low, kick out, 14-foot jumper. Bag it for Ivana Lee. Pleasant Grove, 2-0 lead. Long length of the court pass to Holloway, who misses the layup. Rebound taken by James. James, long pass broken up by Moore. And it'll be Pleasant Grove basketball underneath their own bucket. They lead 2-0 in the early going here for Morelli Gym. Lee Gets it in the paint to James. James, 12-foot jumper, gets it to go. 4-0, Pleasant Grove with the early lead. Lauren Ramos gives it to Moore. Moore with the penetration, goes up for the layup and gets it to go. Bree Moore with the bucket. Rams in the 2-2-1 press. Long pass over the top, complete. Schmeltz gives it up and then tries to get it back on the give and go, and it's thrown out of bounds. Pleasant Grove turnover. There will be a lot of those tonight. That's a St. Mary's trademark. Make those turnovers happen. Coleman now with the ball across midcourt. Penetrates, goes up strong, misses the layup but drew the foul. Foul is on number 22, Elia Pena. First personal, first team foul. And that will send Unique Coleman to the line, shooting 2. Coleman's first free throw is good. Pleasant Grove 4, St. Mary's 3. 6:38 left to go, first quarter here. Second free throw also good, 4-4. Pleasant Grove inbounds the ball facing the St. Mary's press. Ball is deflected. Finally maintained by Pleasant Grove. Trying to dribble through it is Lee. Lee's pass gets across into the corner and stolen by Coleman. Rams off and running. Moore with the ball in the open floor. Blows by 2 defenders. Kicks it out to Holloway for 3. No good off the back of the iron. Long rebound by Coleman. Kicks it out to Moore. Moore on the baseline. Penetrates. Gives it up to the trailer Holloway. Holloway misses the layup. Battle for the rebound. Fight for it, and Pleasant Grove maintains control. But the ball is tipped by Tudor and stolen by Coleman. 4-4. Rams trying for their first lead for the night. Moore, long distance three-pointer. Eyes it, tries it, and buys it. 7-4. Rams out in front now. Rams tip the ball. Steal by Lauren Ramos. Kick out to Tudor for 3. And Tudor makes it, and it's 10-4. And Coach McKeever of Pleasant Grove calls timeout. 5:41 left to go, first quarter. St. Mary's 10, Pleasant Grove 4. You are listening to St. Mary's Rams playoff basketball here on PlayOnSports.com. Join us throughout the Sac Joaquin section basketball playoffs for action here on PlayOnSports.com. Listen as the Rams girls basketball teams advance through the brackets and hopefully on to the section championship. We will have all the action here on PlayOnSports.com. Check the Play On Sports website for future scheduled events involving St. Mary's. Our next broadcast, should St. Mary's win, will be on Thursday from UOP. Go to PlayOnSports.com website for the details. Rams come out in the full court press. Long over the top pass complete to Pena. Pena gives it up to the trailer James, and James makes the layup. 10-6. Deja James with the bucket. Assist from Ivana Lee. Long time three-pointer on the way, and Unique Coleman eyes it, tries it, and buys it. 13-6, Rams with the lead. Back to the press. Over the top. And we're going to have a reach foul on St. Mary's. Foul is on Bree Moore, first personal, first team foul. Pleasant Grove will inbound, and the Rams will come out in their trademark press. Looking for somebody. Finally finding James. Lee gives it up to James on the give and go. James with a running shot in the lane, no good. Rebound taken by the Rams. Rams off and running. Bree Moore with the basketball. Loses the handle. Coming up with a steal is Deja James. Her pass is deflected and stolen back by Kat Tudor on the deflection. Moore with the basketball in the open floor. Kicks it out for 3 for Lauren Ramos. No good off the side of the iron. Rebound by Samantha Huddleston. And Huddleston with the bucket. Angel Johnson with the bucket. Steal by Unique Coleman at the other end. Coleman misses the layup. Rebound taken by Elia Pena. Ball down in the post, James. James hits the cutter, Nguyen. Nguyen makes the bucket from about 8 feet from the side. 15-8, Rams up by 7. Tudor in the open floor, sends it to Moore. Top of the key three on the way, no good by Coleman. Battle for the rebound, controlled by Pleasant Grove. Off and running is Ivana Lee. Gives it up to Nguyen. Down low to James. James with the easy bucket. Assist for Nguyen. 15-10, Rams up by 5. Lob pass down low for Angel Johnson, deflected and stolen. Brittany Nguyen in the backcourt. Manages to get it off. Deflection, foul. Pleasant Grove wants a foul call, and they should have had it. And now a late foul call called on St. Mary's, I believe. One of the Pleasant Grove players goes down to the floor. Alaya Pena comes up a little bit slowly. And check that, they call the foul on Pleasant Grove on Ivana Lee, first personal, second team. And the Pleasant Grove fans not happy with that situation. Can't say as I blame them. Into the game now for St. Mary's, Natalie Delgado, joined by Carissa Shipp and Angel Johnson. Johnson came in earlier, got a bucket already tonight. Bree Moore with the penetration. Goes all the way to the basket, makes the shot, but I think they're going to say foul before the shot. No, they say basket good. Foul called on Brittany Nguyen, first personal, third team foul. And that will send Bree Moore to the line, shooting one. Free throw up. Good. 18-10, Rams with the lead. 3:38 left to go, first period. And of course the Rams, after the made free throw, doesn't matter if they're doing a missed free throw. Rams are out in their trademark press. Over the top, Pleasant Grove gets it down low to James. James has it stripped from behind by Delgado, and Delgado managed to tip it off of the feet of Deja James, and another Pleasant Grove turnover. Rams up 18-10, 3:30 left to go in the quarter. They're off and running. Holloway penetrates, kicks the shot, and it's deflected out of bounds by Pleasant Grove. Rams will maintain possession. 19 on the shot clock, 3:21 in the quarter. Maria and Lauren Ramos sums back in the game, and Angel Johnson comes back out. Kick in to Holloway. Holloway to Carissa Shipp. Shipp over the top to Holloway. Holloway with the runner, loses the handle, and it is stolen. Pleasant Grove out with the basketball. On the break, they get it into number 23. Schmeltz, who misses. Rebound taken by Moore. Moore off and running. Giving it to Holloway. Holloway goes baseline, but she travels on her way to the bucket. Turnover Rams. 18-10, St. Mary's with the lead. 3 minutes left to go, first period. Bree Moore going to take a seat. Unique Coleman coming into the game for St. Mary's. Ivana Lee with a long baseball pass. Deflected out of bounds. It was intended for Deja James, but Holloway got her fingertips on it, trying to make the steal. And Pleasant Grove will maintain possession. Ivana Lee underneath her own bucket, looking to get it inbound. Gets it into Nguyen. Nguyen gives it up to James. Cross-court pass to Castrance. Castrance 14-foot jumper, no good. Battle for the rebound on low, and we've got a jump ball. And Pleasant Grove will maintain possession on the jump ball. (18-10), 2:48 left to go, first period. Inbound over to the top to Deja James. James kicks it out to Patrice Castrance for three from the corner. Air ball. Rebound putback bucket by Ivana Lee. 18-12, Rams with the lead. Lauren Ramos on the break to Coleman. Coleman penetrates. Kicks it out to Delgado. Natalie Delgado for three. And Delgado fills it up. 21-12. Ball stolen by Holloway. Holloway tries to go down low with the pass. Instead, it's stolen by Nguyen for Pleasant Grove. Out on the break, Ivana Lee gets the pass into Deja James. James gets it into the paint to number 22, Pena, and Pena makes a 12-foot jumper. 21-14, Rams up by 7 with the basketball. 2 minutes left in the quarter. Going baseline all the way to the bucket. Unique Coleman with a great first step and the bucket. 23-14. Long pass tipped, stolen by Lauren Ramos. Carissa Shipp on the break. Gives it out to Coleman. Coleman for three from the wing. No good off the back of the iron. Rebound. And we're going to have a foul here. I believe, no, they say out of bounds. Off of Carissa Ship. Or check that, they say off of Pleasant Grove, rather. And St. Mary's will inbound. Fast-paced action when these Rams get in their game. Inbound pass to Unique Coleman. Coleman with the easy bucket. Great move to the bucket. Superior pass by Bree Moore for the assist. Long pass to Castrance. Castrance over to the jumper for Nguyen, and Nguyen makes a mid-range 15-foot jumper. 25-16, Rams up by 9. Long pass to Ship. Ship in and out, heartbreak on a 12-foot baseline jumper, but she draws the foul. Fouls on Deja James, first personal, 4th team foul. Carissa Ship will go to the line. Shooting 2, the 5'7" sophomore. First free throw up, it's good. 25-16, Rams with a 9-point lead. Kat Tudor back into the game for St. Mary's. Aaliyah Pena comes out, or comes back in rather. Second free throw, also good, 26-16, or 27-16, check it. Rams up by 11 with full court pressure. James gets it over the top. Pena giving it up on the wing to Nguyen. No shot, no good. Rebound tipped, fought for. Pena had it. Ball goes to the floor. Goes to the trailer, Nguyen, who makes the bucket and draws the foul. Brittany Nguyen with the bucket for Pleasant Grove, and she draws the foul. Fouls on Bree Moore, second personal. Second team foul. Brittany Nguyen at the line, shooting 1. St. Mary's 27, Pleasant Grove 18, 54.5 seconds left to go. First period. Free throw good. The old-fashioned three-point play for Nguyen. Rams up by 8 with the basketball. Ship for 3 at the other end. No good off the back of the iron. Battle for the rebound. Ship has it. Gets it down low to Holloway. Back out to Ship. Ship steps inside. 15-foot jumper. No good. Rebound taken by Alana Paga. Paga, long pass, stolen by Lauren Ramos. Lauren Ramos over the top for Holloway. Holloway can't control it and loses the handle. Patricia Castrance checks back into the game for Pleasant Grove. Lee, looking. Has it tipped out of bounds by Tudor. Shot clock is off. 28.9 seconds left to go. First quarter, St. Mary's 27, Pleasant Grove 19. Lee looking for someone, finding no one, and she calls timeout. Timeout on the floor, 28.9 seconds left to go, first quarter. Your score, St. Mary's 27, Pleasant Grove 19. From the development office of St. Mary's High School, save Saturday, May 11th from noon to 5 p.m. for the 4th Annual Olive Oil Festival. Fun for the entire family. More information on this event may be obtained from the development office. The number there is 209 area code 957-3340, extension 180. And so St. Mary's forces the use of the timeout by Pleasant Grove. At halftime, we'll look at all the brackets throughout the Sac Joaquin section on the girls' side tonight. Rams with pressure. And again, Lee finally finding someone over the top. Pena, long pass down to Schmeltz. Schmeltz has it stolen away. Then Schmeltz steals it back. Deja James kicks it out for 3. Three-pointer no good by Ivana Lee. Rebound by Kat Tudor. 10 seconds left in the quarter. Coleman, 7, 6, 5. Coleman going to have to create here. Coleman with the runner, no good. Rebound taken by Pleasant Grove, and that's the end of the first quarter. Not a particularly great look there at the end of the quarter by Coleman. 27-19, your score at the end of one. Winner of this game will take on the winner of Armio St. Francis, who are meeting in Fairfield tonight in a quarterfinal matchup. Winner takes on St. Mary's Thursday night at the University of the Pacific in the other semifinal. St. Mary's, a little slow in the early going, but off to a good start now. 8-point comfortable lead at the end of the first period. 27-19. St. Mary's basketball to inbound to start the second quarter. Lineup for the Rams: Maria Lauren Ramos, Kat Tudor, Angel Johnson, Charisse Holloway, and Unique Coleman. Rams on offense to start the second quarter. Coleman looking to create. Gives it up to Lauren Ramos. Back to Coleman on the give and go. Coleman penetrates to the free throw line. Kicks it out to Holloway. Holloway thinks about the three-pointer. Instead goes baseline. Gives it up to Johnson. Back out to Lauren Ramos. Now 10 seconds on the shot clock. Coleman kicks it out to Tudor. Into the corner. Holloway for three. And she gets it to go. Charisse Holloway with the three-pointer. 30-19. St. Mary's up by 11. Rams with double team on the press. Tip stolen by Holloway. Holloway down low to Johnson. Johnson with the easy bucket. 32-19. Rams again with the pressure. Pleasant Grove gets it across. Gives it up to Nguyen. Nguyen for three. No good off the back of the iron. Rebound battled for and taken by Angel Johnson. Long pass down to Holloway. Holloway misses the layup at the other end. Battle for the rebound. And we'll see, they say it goes off of Kat Tudor and Pleasant Grove basketball. Rams with the pressure. They love this press. It is their trademark. Long pass at the other end stolen by Holloway. Rams get yet another Pleasant Grove turnover. Coleman sends it across the timeline to Holloway. Tudor in the corner, sends it back out top of the key to Coleman. Give and go. Pass to Tudor. Tudor goes to the bucket. Misses a 6-foot runner. Rebound taken by Lee. Lee giving it up to Pena. Pena to James. James penetrates. Misses the running shot from about 4. Rebound by Holloway. Holloway kicks it out to Lauren Ramos. Across to Coleman. Coleman penetrates. Throws up a floater from 6. No good. Angel Johnson with the rebound. Kicks it out to Tudor. Back to Johnson. Johnson, 4-foot jumper. No good. Rebound taken by Elia Pena for Pleasant Grove. The Eagles off and running into the corner now. Pass down low to James. James backs down Lauren Ramos. Misses the inside turnaround jumper. Rebound by Angel Johnson for St. Mary's. Lauren Ramos at the other end. Kicks it to Tudor. Tudor for three. Kat Tudor with the bucket. 35-19. Rams up by 16. At the other end, pass to Pena. Pena's pass deflected. Intended inside for Lee. Lee double teamed out on the perimeter. Pass deflected by Holloway. Maintained possession though to Pena. Pena gives it out to Nguyen, and Nguyen for three. Brittany Nguyen for three. Give her 10 on the night. 35-22, Rams up by 13. Into the corner for Holloway. Holloway for three. Charisse Holloway with the three-pointer. 38-22, Rams up by 16. With again the pressure after the make. Across to James. James going to Ivana Lee. Lee misses the layup. Rebound by Coleman, who had intimidated that shot. Coleman penetrating. Kicks it out to Holloway. Holloway for three. And Charisse Holloway. 3 straight three-pointers. Rams up 41-22. St. Mary's with pressure. Ivana Lee, long pass to Nguyen. Nguyen giving it up to James. James for three, no good. Rebound taken by Unique Coleman. Ramos walking it across, gives it up to Coleman. Coleman, downtown NBA three-pointer, no good. Rebound by Angel Johnson. Johnson's put back, no good, but she draws the foul. Angel Johnson will go to the line shooting two. Foul is called on Deja James. Second personal, fifth team foul. First free throw up and good. 42-22. 5 points tonight for Angel Johnson. Natalie Delgado re-enters the game along with Carissa Shipp. And Bree Moore coming back into the game, replacing Kat Tudor. So the Ram lineup right now: Moore, Coleman, Johnson, Shipp, and Delgado. Second free throw, no good off the back of the iron. Rebound taken by Deja James. Rams up 42-22. 4:15 left to go in the half. James gets it out. Nguyen three-pointer on the way. Brittany Nguyen keeping Pleasant Grove in this game. She has 13 tonight. Three-pointer good. At the other end, Coleman goes for three. And Unique Coleman eyes it, tries it, and buys it. 45-25. Nguyen's pass over the top deflected. And we're going to have a foul on St. Mary's on the reach. Foul is called on Bree Moore. Third personal. Third team foul. Coming into the game, Maria Lauren Ramos back out onto the floor for Pleasant Grove, Alana Paga. Rams with pressure. Ivana Lee travels. She was double teamed out near the timeline. Couldn't find someone, and so she walked.
Don't take the game away, ref.
45-25, 3:39 left to go. Coleman penetrates, gives it out to Shipp. Shipp kicks it out to Delgado. Delgado over to Coleman. Coleman goes into the lane, throws up a runner, no good, but draws the foul. Foul is called on Elena Paga. First personal, sixth team foul. At the line, shooting two, Unique Coleman. Coleman on the night already with 12. Make it 13, 46-25. Kat Tudor and Sharice Holloway back into the game, replacing Angel Johnson and Carissa Shipp. Second free throw, also good, 47-25. Rams come out in the press. Ivana Lee has it deflected. Nguyen manages to maintain possession. Lee double teamed, throws it over the top, stolen by Lauren Ramos. Coleman thought about the three-pointer, penetrates instead, kicks it to Holloway. Holloway out to Tudor for three. Kat Tudor no good. Rebound, Unique Coleman. And we're going to have a reach foul here. Third personal called on Deja James, and that's huge. Deja James came into tonight averaging on the season 19 points a game, leading scorer for Pleasant Grove. She'll go to the bench now. One-on-one situation. Unique Coleman converts the first free throw, gives her 15 on the night. 48-25, 3:04 left to go. First half here from Morelli Gym. Second free throw, also good. 49-25, and the Rams with pressure. Ivana Lee, long over the top pass to Deja James, and James makes the bucket at the other end. 49-27, 8 on the night for James. Delgado giving it up to Lauren Ramos. Lauren Ramos, downtown three-pointer, no good. Long rebound taken by Kat Tudor. Tudor for three from the other end. Kat Tudor eyes it, tries it, and buys it. Give her 9 on the night, 52-27. Rams with pressure. Steal by Unique Coleman, misses the layup. Ivana Lee has it deflected, stolen by Delgado. Coleman missing the layup. Holloway missing the putback. And Holloway finally controlling it, sending it into the corner for Coleman. Delgado for three from the wing. In and out heartbreak. Rebound by Holloway. Rams with 5 straight rebounds. Kick out to Tudor for three. No good off the back of the iron. And finally, Deja James gets the rebound for Pleasant Grove. And we're going to have a foul in the open floor. Foul called on Maria Lauren Ramos. First personal. 4th team foul. 52-27, St. Mary's with the lead. Up by 25, 2:08 left to go first half. Ball is deflected, stolen by Coleman. Coleman with a 3-on-1 break to Tudor. Assist, Unique Coleman, bucket Kat Tudor. 54-27, ball deflected, maintained by Paga. Gets it to James, James bounce pass, stolen by Lauren Ramos. Coleman, length of the court pass to Holloway, who misses the easy layup. Rebound by Ivana Lee. James gets it to Paga. Paga gets hacked, and they're going to call it. Paga got hacked at midcourt, and the foul will be called on Maria Lauren Ramos. Second personal, 5th team foul on St. Mary's. (54-27), St. Mary's with the lead. 1:40 left to go first half. Schmeltz gives it out to Ivana Lee for three. No good off the back of the iron. Rebound by Holloway. Holloway has it stripped. Give it up to Nguyen. Nguyen for three. No good off the back of the iron. Rebound tipped and finally controlled by Carissa Shipp. Shipp, long pass down to Johnson. Johnson with the layup. Assist for Carissa Shipp. 7 tonight for Johnson, 56-27. Rams with the trademark pressure. Pass stolen by Holloway. Holloway kicks it into the corner for Coleman. Coleman for three, air ball, no good. Rebound by Delgado. Delgado giving it up to Shipp. Back to Coleman. Coleman sends it out to Delgado for three. Passes, or the shot is deflected. Rebound taken by Ivana Lee for Pleasant Grove. Gets it across midcourt. Over to Nguyen. Into the corner for Schmeltz, who's double teamed. And the ball will go off St. Mary's. Pleasant Grove will maintain possession. 56-27, 45 seconds left to go, first half. Ivana Lee set to inbound. Lee inbounds it to James. James down low to Schmeltz. To Elia Pena, and Pena gets hacked, and she'll go to the line shooting two. Angel Johnson, first personal, 6th team foul. When you consider the Rams with their full court pressure defense don't put Pleasant Grove into the bonus till 42.6 seconds left to go first half. Outstanding basketball for St. Mary's. First free throw up, in and out heartbreak for Elia Pena. Unique Coleman replacing Maria Lauren Ramos. 56-27. 42.6 seconds left. Second free throw also no good. Battle for the rebound. And Ivana Lee misses the putback. Give it up to Nguyen. Down low to Lee in the post. Lee has her pass stolen by Coleman. Coleman gets fouled on her way to the bucket, and Unique Coleman will shoot the bonus. Foul on Brittany Nguyen of Pleasant Grove, second personal. 8th team foul. And Unique Coleman at the line shooting the bonus. First free throw up, no good off the back of the iron. Rebound taken by Pleasant Grove. Elia Pena has it stripped and stolen. Coleman goes to the floor, makes the layup and draws the foul. Unique Coleman with the bucket. Give her 18 on the night just in the first half. And the foul is on Elia Pena. Second personal, 9th team foul. Coleman will go to the line, shooting 1. Free throw is up, it's good, 59-27. Rams with full court pressure. Pass tipped by Ship, stolen by Coleman. Coleman down low to Johnson, and Johnson travels on her way to the bucket. 11 seconds left to go in the half. Rams come out in pressure. Long pass, out of bounds. And it'll be White basketball underneath their own bucket for St. Mary's. So the Rams with a chance to pad this already decisive lead, 59-27. 11 seconds left to go, first half. Coleman gets it to the cutter, Ship, and Ship makes the bucket, assist for Unique Coleman, 61-27. Nguyen. And Pleasant Grove unable to get the shot off. Halftime, your score for Morelli Gym. It is St. Mary's 61, Pleasant Grove 27. We'll be back in a second with all the first round matchups here throughout the Sac Joaquin section here in girls basketball tonight through the Sac Joaquin section. Your score at halftime again, St. Mary's 61 and Pleasant Grove 27. Looking at the Sac Joaquin section tonight, in Division I, you have St. Mary's up 61-27 at the half over Pleasant Grove. Elsewhere tonight in Fairfield, number 5 seed Armio. They are hosting the number 13 seed St. Francis. Armio got in by virtue of their 52-31 victory over Merced on Tuesday night. St. Francis in by virtue of their 50-42 upset of Nevada Union. And so the Troubadours versus the Armio Indians tonight. In our other quarterfinal matchups on the bottom half of the bracket, the number 3 seed Kennedy hosting the number 6 seed Davis High School of Davis. Kennedy got in by virtue of their 51-33 victory over Enox on Tuesday night. Davis got in, winning 52-46 over Napa the other night in Davis. And in the final quarterfinal matchup tonight, Monterey Trail defeated Lincoln of Stockton 58-55, and Monterey Trail is on the road against Oak Ridge tonight. Oak Ridge defeats Bella Vista 68-29, and so Oak Ridge hosting Monterey Trail in that matchup in Division I. In the Division II playoffs tonight, it is number 1 Sacramento taking on number 9 Grant at Sac High. Number 13 Antelope is at number 5 Del Oro tonight. Number 6 Florin at number 3 Gregory High School of Modesto. And number 2 McNair, the runner-up in the TCAL, hosting Rockland tonight in the quarterfinals. In Division III tonight, you have River Valley at the number 1 seed Christian Brothers. The number 4 seed Placer hosting the number 5 seed Patterson. The number 6 seed Modesto Christian at the number 3 seed Rio Americano tonight. And in Fairfield tonight, number 2 Vanden hosting number 7 Manteca in the Division III playoffs. Moving on to Division IV, the number 9 seed Dixon is at the number 1 seed Bear River. The number 4 seed Argonaut hosting the number 5 seed Ripon. The number 3 seed Bradshaw Christian hosting the 6 seed West Campus. And at the bottom of the Division IV bracket, number 2 seed Perennial Power Colfax taking on number 10 Liberty Ranch. In Division 5 for the girls tonight, you have the number 8 seed Central Catholic at the number 1 seed Brookside Christian, crosstown here in Stockton. The number 4 seed Ripon Christian hosting the number 5 seed Woodland Christian. The number 3 seed Capital Christian of Sacramento hosting the number 11 seed Sacramento Waldorf. And down in Turlock tonight, you have the number 2 seed Turlock Christian hosting the number 10 seed Forest Hill. And finally tonight, you've got the Division 6 quarterfinals tonight, or semifinals tonight. Victory Christian, the number 1 seed by virtue of their 53-26 seed, 53-26 victory the other night over Sacramento Adventist. Victory Christian in one semifinal taking on Sacramento Country Day. Sacramento Country Day defeated Lodi Academy 38-21 the other night. And then you've got New Life Christian, who defeated Stockton Christian 46-40. New Life Christian, the number 3 seed, taking on Valley Christian. Valley Christian defeated Trinity Prep 82-35. And so those are your matchups throughout the playoffs tonight. And a reminder, join us throughout the Sac Joaquin section basketball playoffs for all the action here on PlayOnSports.com. Listen as the Rams girls basketball teams advance through the brackets and hopefully onto the section championships. We will have all the action here on PlayOnSports.com. Check the PlayOnSports.com website for future scheduled events involving St. Mary's. Our next broadcast, should St. Mary's win, and looks rather likely, 61-27 at the half, it'll be on Thursday from the University of the Pacific. Go to the PlayOnSports.com website for details. Halftime score, St. Mary's 61, Pleasant Grove 27. We'll be back with more action shortly.
Ladies and gentlemen, just in case you don't know this, St. Mary's men lost a tough game last night. It was a heartbreaker. But we'd like to congratulate the St. Mary's men's basketball team on a great season. Good job, gentlemen.
And welcome back. Halftime from Morelli Gym. St. Mary's up 61-27 over Pleasant Grove in the Sac Joaquin section Division I quarterfinals. Winner advances to the semifinals on Thursday night next week at the University of the Pacific. Leading scorers in the first half for St. Mary's, Unique Coleman with 19. Surprising leading scorer for Pleasant Grove, Brittany Nguyen. Nguyen came into tonight averaging just 5 points a game. She has 13 in the first half. Second leading scorer for each team, Kat Tudor with 11 for St. Mary's. And for Pleasant Grove, Deja James with 8 points in the first half. St. Mary's High School would like to thank the following sponsors of St. Mary's Rams basketball who help make these games possible on PlayOnSports.com. Chase Chevrolet, the Bank of Stockton, Berberian Motors, New York Life, Cordo Olive Oil, McDonald's, the Pacheco and Samara Law Group. A reminder to join us throughout the Sac Joaquin section basketball playoffs for action here on PlayOnSports.com. Listen as the Rams girls basketball team advances through the brackets and hopefully onto the section championship. We will have all the action here on PlayOnSports.com. Check the Play On Sports website for future scheduled events involving St. Mary's. Our next broadcast, should St. Mary's win, will be on Thursday from the University of the Pacific. Go to the PlayOnSports.com website for details. And getting ready for the start of the second half, Rams up 61-27 for St. Mary's. The starters are back out. That is Bree Moore, Kat Tudor, Maria Lauren Ramos, Unique Coleman, and Charisse Holloway. For Pleasant Grove, starters are back out on the floor. Brittany Nguyen, Kim Schmeltz, Ivana Lee, Deja James, and Elia Pena. Pleasant Grove basketball to start the second half. Ball into Nguyen, who's harassed and double teamed now in the backcourt. Long pass by Lee into the corner for James. James, three-pointer on the way. Bags it off the side of the glass. 61-30. Tudor at the other end. Penetrates baseline. Has it deflected. Gives it up to Moore. Moore, long court pass to Pena. To Coleman. Coleman out to Moore for three. Air ball, no good. Charisse Holloway with the rebound putback, no good. Coleman with a steal. Coleman kicks it out to Tudor. Tudor for three. No good off the back of the iron. Holloway with a rebound. Holloway's put back from 6, no good. Rebound by Deja James. James double teamed in the backcourt, gives it up to Lee. Lee, long pass down to Pena, and Pena throws it away. That Ram press, always on your mind. You look for the defender even when they're not there. 61-30, Rams up by 31. Moore gives it up to Holloway. Holloway, three-pointer, top of the key, no good off the back of the iron. Coleman battling for the rebound. And we're going to have a rebounding foul on Pleasant Grove. Should have been a jump ball, in my opinion. Foul is instead called on Elia Pena, third personal, first team foul. It'll be St. Mary's basketball to inbound underneath their own bucket. Borderline over the top jump ball call. Could have gone either way. But the call goes St. Mary's way. Unique Coleman inbound. Referee talking to the defenders. And we got a pushing off foul away from the basketball. Ivana Lee called for her second personal, second team foul. Pass into Moore. Moore misses the layup but drew the foul. Foul called on Brittany Nguyen, third personal. Third team foul. And Bree Moore at the line shooting 2. Moore's free throw comes up well short. 61-30, 6:53 left to go, third quarter. Rams yet to score in the second half. Second free throw finally good, 62-30. First point of the second half for St. Mary's. Trademark press is on. Dribbling across is Schmeltz. Schmeltz now double team. Gets it to Pena. Pena gives it out on the baseline to James. James errant pass. Can't be tracked down. Turnover. Coleman into Moore. Moore into the corner for Tudor. And we have yet another foul called. And Maria Lauren Ramos called for an illegal screen. Third personal, first team foul. Referees endeavoring to keep this game from getting too chippy. Inbound pass is stolen by Bree Moore. Moore goes to the bucket, gives it up to Coleman, who makes the bucket. Basket unique Coleman on the layup, assist for Bree Moore. Schmeltz over the top to Nguyen. Nguyen, 12-foot jumper, no good. Battle for the rebound, controlled by Holloway. Holloway with a one-on-one break. Holloway goes up strong, misses the layup. Rebound by Ivana Lee for Pleasant Grove. Back to Lee. Lee's long pass stolen by Bree Moore. Moore with the basketball. Looking to create off the dribble. Give it back to Moore. Moore top of the key, penetrates. Moore tries to dish it to Holloway, loses the handle. Battle, and it's a jump ball. And on the jump ball, possession will go to St. Mary's. 64-30, 5:52 left to go, third quarter. Inbound to Coleman. Coleman on the baseline, thinks about the three-pointer, instead dribbles it out, sends it to Tudor. Tudor, top of the key three, is good, and a foul. Basket is good, and on the rebound, Sharice Holloway called for a hold. Second personal, or first personal, second team foul. 67-30, Rams with the lead. Ivana Lee, double team, gets it out to Nguyen. Nguyen gives it up to Schmeltz. Schmeltz gets it into James. James misses the layup. Rebound put back by Ivana Lee, no good. Lee trying a second time. And the ball goes off of Bree Moore down low, and Pleasant Grove will maintain possession. Natalie Delgado into the game for Kat Tudor. Angel Johnson replaces Sharice Holloway. Lee looking, finally gets it into James. James bounce pass into the key to Lee, and Lee with the bucket. Ivana Lee with the bucket. Assist for Deja James. Moore into the post to Johnson, and Johnson gets fouled in the lane. Foul is called on Elia Pena, fourth personal, fourth team foul. Carissa Shipp comes into the game for St. Mary's, replacing Maria Lauren Ramos. And Aaliyah Paga comes in, replacing Pena. Coleman, top of the key, thinks about it, instead dribbles it back out. Moore spreading out the attack, bounce pass into the lane for Johnson. Johnson can't control, and it is stolen by Ivana Lee, and Lee gets fouled in the backcourt. Foul called on Natalie Delgado. First personal, third team foul. 67-32, 4:57 left to go. Third quarter, Rams with the lead. Lee looking for someone. Finally, gets it into Pena. Pena over to Schmeltz. Back to Lee. Lee trying to go coast to coast, loses the handle on the basketball. Tried to go up for the layup, but it was blocked out of bounds by Bree Moore. Pleasant Grove will maintain possession underneath their own basket. Inbound pass to Nguyen. Nguyen closely guarded, gets it into Paga. Back into the high post to James, who kicks it out to Schmeltz, and Schmeltz bags a 16-foot jumper. 67-34, and a travel by Bree Moore, crossing midcourt. Turnover, St. Mary's. 67-34, 4:32 left to go in the third period. Ivana Lee looking. Finally throws it in. Rams come out in pressure. Into the corner for Schmeltz. Battling for it. And Carissa Shipp manages to tip it off of Ivana Lee. And it'll be a Pleasant Grove turnover. Rams will take over. Up 67-34. 4:24 left to go. Third period. Coleman, penetrate, kick out to Shipp. Shipp for three, no good off the side of the iron. Rebound tipped, controlled by Moore. Moore to Johnson. Johnson, 7-footer from the side, no good. Rebound by Ivana Lee. Off to Nguyen. James down low and manages to get it in to Schmeltz, who makes the bucket. Kim Schmeltz with the bucket. Shipp gives it up to Coleman. Coleman splits the lane, misses the layup. Rebound by Deja James. And James's pass goes off of Ivana Lee. And it's yet another Pleasant Grove turnover. Rams up 67-36. Sharice Holloway back into the game, replacing Angel Johnson. Moore now with the basketball at the timeline. Long distance three-pointer by Unique Coleman. 70-36. Rams with pressure. Getting it across is Schmeltz. Schmeltz double team. Has it stolen by Holloway. Holloway with the easy layup at the other end. 72-36. Schmeltz with the basketball. Gets it across midcourt. Tipped out of bounds by Holloway. Maria Lauren Ramos into the game. Patricia Catrents into the game. Has her pass stolen by Lauren Ramos. Over to Moore. Moore back to Lauren Ramos. Lauren Ramos misses the layup, but draws the foul. Patricia Catrents. First personal, 15 foul. Maria Lauren Ramos at the line, shooting two. Lauren Ramos makes the first one. 73-36. Natalie Delgado and Kat Tudor into the game, replacing Sienna Sausau and Carissa Shipp. Second free throw. Gets it to go. 74-36. Getting the shooter's bounce. Rams with pressure after the missed free throw. And a double dribble. Maria Lauren Ramos was moving her hands right in front of Ivana Lee's face and caused Lee to double dribble. Moore inbounds to Holloway. To Delgado. Delgado gets it into the paint to Holloway. Holloway with a great spin move and a bucket. Sharice Holloway with the basket. 13 on the night. Long pass by Pleasant Grove. Stolen at the other end by Bree Moore. Moore. 3-on-2 break. Moore splits the defenders. Misses the layup but draws the foul. Deja James, fourth personal. 6-team foul. And Bree Moore at the line shooting 2. Free throw is up. No good off the front of the iron. Sydney Fadal into the game for St. Mary's. And Elia Pena into the game as Deja James takes a seat. Second free throw good. 77-36. Havana Lee on the break. Bounce pass to Paga. Back to Lee. Lee, long distance three-pointer, no good off the front of the iron. Rebound, battled for. Controlled by Nguyen, who calls timeout. From the floor, timeout called by Pleasant Grove. 2:16 left to go in the third quarter of this one. St. Mary's 77, Pleasant Grove 36. A reminder that we would like to thank the sponsors of St. Mary's basketball here on PlayOnSports.com. Chase Chevrolet, the Bank of Stockton, Barbarian Motors, New York Life, Cordo Olive Oil, McDonald's, the Pacheco and Samara Law Group. Join us throughout the Sac Joaquin section basketball playoffs for action here on PlayOnSports.com. Listen as the Rams girls basketball teams advance through the brackets and hopefully on to the section championships. We will have all the action here on PlayOnSports.com. Check the PlayOnSports.com website for future scheduled events involving St. Mary's. Our next broadcast will be on Thursday night from the University of the Pacific. It will be the Sac Joaquin section Division I semifinals. St. Mary's likely to take on the winner of Armio versus St. Francis. (77-36). Havana Lee inbounds it. Ball is fought for, stolen, finally controlled by Castrance. Castrance gives it up in the corner for Lee. Lee for three, no good off the side of the iron. Rebound tipped and controlled by Paga. Paga sends it out to Castrance, and Castrance bags the three-pointer. 77-39. Moore sends it to Coleman. Coleman back out to Tudor. Over to Moore. Over to Delgado. Ball moving around. Moore penetrates. Gets it to Sidney Fadal, who misses the layup. Fadal's put back, no good. Rebound taken by Patricia Castrance. Lee over the top pass. Natalie Sags with the basketball. Gives it up to Nguyen. And Nguyen with the bucket. 77-41. At the other end, Delgado gives it to Fadal. Fadal out to Coleman. Into the corner for Tudor. Tudor for three. 80-41. And pass thrown away by Pleasant Grove. 1:02 left to go, third quarter. St. Mary's 80, Pleasant Grove 41. Unique Coleman with the basketball. Coleman gives it up to Delgado. Delgado harassed. And Delgado gets fouled, and the foul's on Patricia Castrance. Second personal, 7th-team foul. Natalie Delgado will go to the line, shooting the bonus. Free throw good. 81-41. 51.1 seconds left to go. Second free throw also good. 82-41. Rams with their pressure. Havana Lee trying to dribble through it. Terminates her dribble. Throws a long over the top pass. Tipped. Finally stolen at the other end by Delgado. 35 seconds left to go, third quarter. Bounce pass into the key to Coleman, who dips it out to Tudor, who misses the three-pointer. Rebound put back by Angel Johnson, 84-41. Long over the top pass to Lee. Gives it up to the trailer Paga, and Paga makes the bucket, 84-43. 12 seconds left to go. Third quarter, Delgado gives it up to Coleman, and Coleman gets fouled out on the perimeter. Coleman will shoot the one-on-one. Fouls on Brittany Nguyen, fourth personal, eighth team foul. Unique Coleman at the line, shooting the bonus. Free throw's good. 85-43, 25 on the night for Unique Coleman. Second free throw also good, 86-43. Rams with pressure, 7 seconds left to go, third quarter. Stolen, into the paint, Johnson. Johnson dishes it out. And that's the end of the third period. Score here from Morelli Gym. St. Mary's 86, Pleasant Grove 43. So the Rams appear headed to the Sac-Joaquin section semifinals on Thursday night, where they will take on the winner of Armio and St. Francis. A reminder to save the date, May 11th. That's the Olive Oil Festival, Saturday, May 11th from noon to 5 p.m., 4th Annual Olive Oil Festival here at St. Mary's. Fun for the entire family. More information on this event may be obtained from the development office. The number there is 209 area code 957-3340, extension 180. Rams up 86-43. Rams come out in a 2-3 zone. Pleasant Grove with the basketball. James pass, deflected and stolen. Delgado gives it up to Ship. Into the game singer first action is Jordan Hobson for the Rams. Ship, 16-foot jumper, no good. Battle for the rebound. Controlled by James. James, long pass to Lee. Lee with the bucket, assist by James. 86-45. Delgado, top of the key three, no good off the front of the iron. Castrance with the rebound. Giving it up is Nguyen. Nguyen into the corner to James. James misses the running layup, but there's a foul on the rebound. Foul is called on Sidney Fidel, first personal. And we've got a running clock situation here now. Into the paint to James. James misses the first one. Gets the rebound put back, and she'll go to the line shooting one. Second personal on Sidney Fidel, fifth team foul. Deja James, free throw up, it's good. And James has 12 on the night, 86-48. Rams up comfortably. Taking time off the clock. Fidel in the high post, slips on her way to the bucket, and we're going to have a blocking foul on Pleasant Grove. And the foul is going to be on Aaliyah Pena, and that's her 5th. That'll be the end of the night for Pena. 6'1" junior who came into tonight averaging 7.1 points. Leaves tonight with 2.
Replacing Aaliyah Pena, number 25, Elena Paga. At the line for St. Mary's, Sydney Fidel, shooting 1-1.
Fidal's free throw. Good. No good, rather. Rebound by James. Nguyen gives it up to Ivana Lee. Lee shot in traffic. No good. Rebound by Ship. Ship manages to get it to Hobson, and there's a foul in the backcourt. Sienna Salsau into the game for St. Mary's. 86-48, Rams comfortably ahead. 5 minutes left to go and counting in this one. Nguyen over to Lee. Lee for 3, no good. Rebound put back, no good by Pleasant Grove. And finally with the rebound bucket in the paint, Deja James, 86-50. Ball down low to Fidal. Fidal gives it up to the trailer Delgado, who misses the layup. And the ball goes off Delgado. Pleasant Grove basketball. Pass down low, layup missed by Natalie Sapa. Rebound taken by Fidal. Delgado in the open floor. 4 minutes left to go. Gives it to Salsau. Rams have not scored yet here in the 4th quarter. Delgado penetrates and gets fouled on her way to the bucket. Natalie Delgado will shoot 2. Foul is on Ivana Lee, 3rd personal, 10th team foul. Rams in the double bonus. Free throw up, it's good, 87-50. Second free throw, also good, 88-50. 3:05 left to go and counting. 7 on the night for Delgado. Rams in a zone defense. Free throw jumper on the way, and eyes it, tries it, and buys it. Alana Paga. 4 on the night for her, 88-52. Delgado to Salsau. Salsau gives it to the trailer, who misses the shot. Ashley Moore, battle for the rebound, controlled by Pleasant Grove. Foul is called on Jordan Hobson, first personal, 6th team foul. Pleasant Grove will inbound. 2:15 left to go in this one and counting. 88-52, Rams comfortably ahead. Pass down low to James. James makes the layup and draws the foul. Deja James, the 6-foot senior who came into tonight, averaging 19 a game. And Pleasant Grove going to clear their bench as well. And a timeout called by Pleasant Grove. 88-54, 1:48 left to go in this one. Rams comfortably ahead. A reminder, we will be broadcasting on Thursday night live from the University of the Pacific. It will be the Sac Joaquin Section Division I semifinals. St. Mary's taking on the winner of Armio and St. Francis. That game taking place tonight up at Armio in Fairfield. One shot here for Deja James. Her free throw is an air ball. Delgado with the basketball. With the give and go. Delgado kicks it out to Sousau. Sousau for three, no good off the front of the iron. Fadal, rebound, put back bucket. 90-54. Pleasant Grove running their offense. 1:22 on a running clock left. Into the corner for James. James pass. Stolen. And now battle for it. Jump ball. Possession arrow, give it to St. Mary's. Inside a minute to play. Rams 90, Pleasant Grove 54. Out on the perimeter. Getting fouled and going down hard, number 31 of the Rams, Jordan Hobson. And she is definitely hurt. Fouled hard by Deja James. Coach Tom Gonsalves and training staff attending to the injured St. Mary's player. And Hobson being helped off the floor. For Deja James, that'll be her fifth personal. That'll be the end of the action for her tonight. And Carissa Shipp comes into the game. She will shoot the free throws for Hobson, who will be unable to continue. First free throw up. It's good. 91-54. 5 on the night for Shipp. Second free throw, no good off the front of the iron. 20 seconds left to go in this one. Shot clock off. Battle for the ball. Fadal throws it away. Pleasant Grove will maintain possession, but that should be it, folks. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Runner at the buzzer, no good. Final score, St. Mary's 91, Pleasant Grove 54. We'll see you Thursday night from the University of the Pacific. Paul Sheet on the play-by-play. Rams win 91-54. Good night, everybody.